Welcome back all from the Cornish countryside. I thought today what I'd do is I'd let my CALIMOTO app decide where I'm going to go on a nice little adventure for the day. So I've put a loop, so take me somewhere nice and take me back home afterwards. And I chose twisty roads, and CALIMOTO has decided to take me to a part of Cornwall I'm not sure I've been to before, just across the water in this direction. 1 hour, 40-minute round trip, but I think I'll be away for about 4 hours because I always stop so many times. And about at the furthest point on this little trip that CALIMOTO is going to take me on, there is a stunning looking beach. I'll put the picture here, again, which I haven't been to before. So this should be a lovely day checking out some new parts of this southwestern tip of England. So let's fire up the Triumph. Initially I was going to take, I'll be honest, I was going to take the B-Motor because I like to split it. B-Motor video or B-Motor ride and then Triumph and then B-Motor and then Triumph. But I wanted to set up my quad lock mount so I have sat-nav for the B-Motor, but there's just nowhere to put my sat-nav on that uncompromising sports bike. So the Triumph can just accommodate it so much better. So I've attached my quad lock to the handlebar and I can check out the CALIMOTO route on there. And I'm extremely excited because it's lovely as pushing it. It's a fairly nice day. It's fairly warm. The roads are dry. And let's see what we come across today. Why don't they make road signs like this anymore? How old do you think that is? Solid metal, built to last a lifetime, and it's even got the name of the company that made it. W. Visick and Sons Limited, Avoren. So, Lizard Point, the famous southerlymost point in mainland Britain, 16 miles in that direction. I need to head directly north before starting to turn east, so I think I'm going to head off in that direction. But already, it's lovely being able to explore new parts of the county. Just in front of me there's a little kind of honesty box shop selling daffodils and eggs and things like that. And there's a little safe on the side where you just leave your money. Daffodils for £3, garden herbs for £2, eggs at the top £1.54 6, and at the top we've got dahlia tubes for £3. And then once you finish shopping, you put your money in there, that little slit there for notes. Well, look at this old scrapyard. 2 old Jags parked up. That's an old, oh, what's this one called? Ford Sierra? I think that's an old Sierra. I haven't seen one of those in ages. And a Corvette that looks like it took its last drive, recovered on the back of a recovery truck, and maybe that is the last time those 4 tyres ever touched tarmac. I love little villages like that. So there's an old red phone box there. One of those old little red post boxes built into what was the old sorting office here. That's now the community store that I've just bought a gigantic and delicious looking apple pie from. And behind me, that is an old AA sign. I think that's a sign from an old rally that they used to do from Cornwall to London. I'm sure that's right. But it's just a little time warp. And of course the standard, how could I forget the standard village pub as well there. Just missed the ferry. I'm stating the obvious here, but that ferry will take me to the other side of the water. If I were to actually ride all the way around to get there, it would take a huge amount of extra time. Plus, there's always something special about getting a ferry. So, once I do manage to get on it, it's about 30 minutes in that direction to the beach, the photo of the beach that I showed at the start of this video. Welcome to the other side of the water. It's got very cold now. I think it's about 6 degrees, and the beach that I thought I was going to be going to actually isn't that beach. I got slightly confused with different coves around this area, so forget about that image from the start of the video. There is, however, a very nice looking beach 12 minutes in that direction, so I'm going to hit the road, get over there, and hopefully make it back before the last ferry leaves at 7:20 p.m. That's as far as the bike can go. I've got a great view of the sea, incredible view, but I won't be able to get any closer on the bike, so I'll leave it here. It's so quiet here, I don't even think another car's going to pass it, so this will be fine. And I'll do the last bit on foot, assuming I can actually get down to the beach from here. Ah, that is the beach I was looking to get down to. such a shame. That would have been a stunning beach. And it's going to be even more special now that there is no way to get to it. I'm going to carry on. It's such a stunning, stunning evening. And this area with, you can see just the outline there of the land around the next peninsula, is breathtaking. So I'm going to go all the way right to the end of the land, which is about, I think, 4 miles away or something like that, because that looks equally as nice. This is incredible. Place House. What a building. I think parts of this are 600 or 700 years old. And if my 30 seconds of Google research is correct, I think it may have been owned by the same family. And it's still a privately owned house since the very beginning. This area is breathtakingly pretty. I think that will be the old gatehouse there. Beautiful rose-lined country lanes, big enough only for one car. And I've just seen there, that's the sea. I've got two problems here. Problem one, sunsets in about 25 minutes. And problem two, I'm really close to missing this final ferry. But it just gets more and more pretty, so I'll just carry on and figure it out later. I thought I was going to have a repeat of Sardinia, where I never actually made it to the beach, and I'd given up. I was riding back to the ferry because the sun sets in probably about 4 minutes' time, and there was a tiny little wooden sign that said beach 130 yards away, and I thought, well, I have to try this. And I'm so glad I did, because this is as secluded a beach as you could dream of. There is no parking, there's just one tiny wooden sign, and really the only way you can get to this is walking. And it's stunning, and I love the history that the Cornish coast has with all of the old pirate stories and everything like that. You just imagine in these coves 400 or 500 years ago, the stories of lost treasure and stuff like that. Such an incredible bit of coastline. I'll wrap it up there on, I will class this as a massive success, actually finding a beach. So thank you so much everyone for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you all in the next one. Oh my God, I just saw my video. They were seals in the back of my video. These are seals right here. That's insane. That's magic. I literally just watched my video back to make sure I was in shot. Right there, 30 meters away. That's incredible. I saw the sign saying seals, but to see them from the beach. What a day. And the colour of the sea. I'll put this beach in the description so you can find it. My God, it's amazing.